there, all my people, my couture crafters, my quilters, everybody. Hello. I just can't thank you guys enough for all the support and my new followers and all the views on my last couple of videos. I mean, you guys showed up and showed out, and I am super thankful for everybody who's new here. Now, hang on and keep with me because quilting is coming. I'm just in the middle of doing that Disney quilt, and I still have about 30 more blocks to do with that. And what's taking me so long is that I'm doing it day by day. And it's a little different when you're picking colors, a different set of colors every single day for the blocks. It's not like you just cut up a ton of yellows and then you're just making the same block over and over again. It's a little different, and it's taking me a little while. And I've just decided that that is the project that's going to take me through the rest of this year. I'm not going to try to push out any more quilts before the end of this year. I'm totally okay with that. So just hang on if you are not here for the arts and crafts. It's all kind of combined together. So just stick with me. There will definitely be more quilting videos coming. But right now, I just wanted to talk about this tag. So I'm trying to do 12 tags before Christmas. It's something that Tim Holtz used to do, and I loved it, but he stopped because I guess he just doesn't have time to do that anymore, which is a shame for us. But anyway, I'm doing my own version of 12 tags. So these are those Etc. tags that Stampers Anonymous sells. They are basically like wood. They're basically a kind of a MDF kind of a type of wood, and they're hard, and they come in various shapes and sizes, and I chose to use this as my medium. And I did this dress form card. I love this particular, or dress form tag. I love this stamp set so much. It's by Heartfelt Creations. I mixed in a little Tim Holtz here, some Sunny Studios there, but it's just a tag that, it's a card that I've done, and now I've changed it into a tag, and I love it. I think you guys are going to like this as well. And then there's the back, some more stamps from the Ton, and then this is the to and the from that I'm trying to use on all the cards, but we'll see. So yeah, I think this is tag number 4. I think this is tag number 4. And it's pink. So pink is not my jam, but I know that a lot of you guys like pink. So you probably will like this because there is a lot of pink. People do pink for Christmas. And so this is my pink tag. I have a few more ideas coming, but let's just hope that I get through. Let's just hope that I get through the 12. I don't know that I will, but so far so good. So again, this is the tag that I'm going to show you how I made right now. Stay tuned. Bye-bye. I am not a big fan of pink, but I sure do like the way this tag came out. There are some really cool things happening on it. So this is a Tim Holtz paper pad of metallic paper. I'm so thankful that I purchased it because I could not find any pink foil paper in my stash at all. So here's some. And I guess I got both colors, and I thought I was going to find some in this little pack here from Michaels. Michaels has these great little specialty paper packs, and I really want to pick up some more. And of course, I didn't go grab the pastel pack because that's not usually a color family that I'm drawn to. But thank God I had this Tim Holtz pack there. So I grabbed a ton of Copic colors and my Pro markers that I've had forever. And I do some Copic coloring on this corset by Heartfelt Creations. I usually don't link my stuff in the description box, but for this one, I use so many different stamp sets that I think I better do it for this particular video. So I'm stamping the corset out a couple of times just in case I mess up. And again, this is the corset from Heartfelt Creations. They have just such beautiful, beautiful sets and a beautiful style. And I have a couple of their sets, all kind of pertaining to this corset. So like the hat set, the corset set, the dies that go with it, the accessories to expand it, so on and so forth. And now I'm just stamping out the hat a couple of times, again, just in case I mess one up. And I'm cleaning off, and I'm using Memento Tuxedo Black ink because it's Copic safe. That is my Copic friendly ink. And I'm also stamping out these flowers. Now, I thought that maybe I would do it in pink, stamp it in pink and color it, but I didn't. I just went ahead and used the black. I think the next time I do this, if I do this again, I'll want to stamp the flowers in the actual color as opposed to black. But I don't know if I have those Memento colors. I don't know. I can't remember. So then I stamped on that Post-it to make a mask. And now I am prepping this tag. I'm gluing some 12 by 12 paper that I got from Hobby Lobby in the open stock section because I knew I didn't want to do this tag on stark white. I wanted it to have something in the back. So this is kind of a marble paper. And I'm using my pen blade X-Acto knife thing here to just go around the edges and trim right next to the tag. That way we get a nice clean edge. And I also cut out the center part. Now here you see me cutting out the Post-it mask. Cut out the entire mask. I only cut out one section of it, and that causes an issue later on in the card. Not a big issue, but had I cut out the whole thing, it wouldn't have been an issue. So that's just a Post-it, and I'm sticking it down to mask off the area that's going to be covered anyway. Now I'm grabbing my Sunny Studio stamp set that I use every year. I can't help it. I just keep recreating this card in a bunch of different variations, and I don't know, it's like one of my favorites, so I'm not going to stop. And I'm using the very lightest color of some Altenew crisp dye inks, and you can barely see it there, but it's a layer. And I wanted to do this just to add some dimension to my tree instead of just doing it all in one color. So I did it in 3 colors. And then I cut out the body of the dress form. And that's just the Heartfelt Creations die. I wish I had pushed this over to the right some more because it looks a little funny with just the dress form and the tree. I mean, once I decorate it, it kind of comes together, but it would have looked better if I'd pushed the dress form over off the side a little bit more. So I decided that I didn't want both sides to have this. I forgot that I wanted to do the stripes on the other side. So I just went ahead and covered the other side with stripes too. And now I'm using more of that Sunny Studios die set to get those little baubles to the right. Now I'm stamping these baubles. These are the Ton ornament set. So pretty. Such a pretty set. I wasn't expecting to like it quite as much as I did. And I'm actually on the back of this tag now. Before I decorate the front, I needed to do quite a bit to the back because I knew that the front was going to have some 3-dimensional items on there. And so it wouldn't give me a clean image to stamp on. I put this tag in the MISTI and I took out the mouse pad part and it worked and fit perfectly. I didn't have any trouble. And now I'm kind of doing these other smaller baubles in clear ink. I just kind of wanted them ghosted in the back. Now for the strings that the ornaments are hanging on, I'm testing all of my Jelly Roll Glaze Souffle on dark, all of my Jelly Roll pins. I'm just testing them to see which one I like better. And actually I didn't end up using a Jelly Roll. I ended up using a U at Spica glitter pen. And it came out okay. So I cut out the bodice and then I cut out the actual strings too. And I cut those out in that metallic pink that we were looking at earlier. So this is just on some regular Neenah cardstock, the one that I'm gluing down now. And I did some Copic coloring. And then I did for this piece right here, this is that metallic metal looking paper. And now I'm just gluing that on the top. I like Heartfelt Creations dies. They do a pretty good job of lining up with the image. So for the hat, I knew that I wanted the top part of the hat just to have a little bit of dimension. So I put one of those super flat dimensional squares and lifted up just the top of the hat, just a bit. And now I'm adding a little bit of glue to the sides. And bam, there we go. Oh, I love this card so. I guess it's not a card. This year it's a tag. So for these flowers that I colored, I am putting a stamen in the center of them. And these stamens are from Heartfelt Creations. You can get a couple of different sizes. And I am poking a hole in the middle of the flower, and then I'm just going to stick the stamen down in there. And that's those golf tools by, I forget the name of that company. Is it Heartfelt Creations that makes those golf set of tools? After the golf tools, they call them, because it's kind of shaped like a golf club. But what it does is gives veins to your flowers if you use it properly. It gives your flowers a little texture. So I'm just using the ball, and I am forming these flowers so that they're not just flat. I'm giving them a bit of dimension. I also took some art glitter glue and put some sparkles and stuff on the flower leaves and on the actual card. And this is me picking a sentiment. Those other sentiments just didn't balance out the card right. This one here was a nice length. It was kind of vertical-esque, but I only had one shot to get it right because I glued down those flowers already, so I couldn't put it back in my MISTI. So I was going to have to freehand this sucker. So I used VersaFine Clear ink because it gives such a good impression the first time you're stamping it. And I knew, again, I only had one shot to get this right. But I'm a stamper, so I'm pretty confident in my stamping skills, but that could have gone very badly if I messed it up. And so now I'm just putting this tag on my peanuts because I needed to give it kind of a flat surface. And again, I already put the three-dimensional elements on the other side. I wish I hadn't have done that. This is that same transfer tape that I've been using the entire series, and it still picks up the vinyl and still lets me put it down and comes up clean. And there we are. Now we have a pretty why is this tag pretty to me with all this purple? I mean, with all this pink. I'm going to do it in purple. No, I'm not. I don't even know why I said that. I don't know if we're going to make it to 12 tags, guys. I am kind of over it already. Other things I want to get to, but we'll see. This just happened to have matched up perfectly. I did not do it on purpose. It's just what happened. And I cut these little circles out with my Cricut. Why did I pull out that big Cricut when I could have used the Joy? Oh, I'm annoyed now. But anyway, yeah, I just do that so that I can give a nice finished look to those circles. This is the first pink ribbon that I saw in my ribbon drawer, even though I know I have other pink ribbon. But this is so fluffy and girly that I kind of like it. So I'm not going to throw a fit. And that is the completion of this tag. Again, I'm going to put the ones that I use down in the description bar. Thanks for hanging out. Bye-bye.